Hey guys, it is George, Waterpark After Dark. Hey, we are here today at Typhoon Lagoon. Typhoon Lagoon is the OG water park for Disney World. First one put here in like 1989, so it's been here for a while, but it is outstanding. And we decided today it is one of the first cloudy days we've had in a while. The temperature's been really high, but it's very nice today. So we went ahead and we booked a cabin, one of the campground sites, and we are actually going to go there tonight. But for those who don't know, and I think most of you do, when you book at a Disney resort, your check-in day, you get a free water park pass right here. And so today we decided we're going to come to Typhoon Lagoon. Now, we did one at Blizzard Beach before. We haven't seen this park yet, and I've never been here, so together we're going to explore it. But the average ticket price is over $70 a person, and I have 4 people in our party. I'm going right now to vlog and bring everybody belts back later to see it. So right there pays for our campsite. Boom. But if you want to really maximize this, and you know Florida Parks After Dark, we really looked at how to leverage your Disney dollar the best. If you do a split stay, and what is a split stay? A split stay basically is you have a week's vacation, and somewhere in the middle of your week's vacation you switch resorts. That's 2 check-in dates. If they're both Disney resorts, you get 2 water parks. 2. So you can go to Blizzard Beach, where we already did, or here, or 2 times there, 2 times there, whatever. But you get 2 Disney parks for free if you're willing to split your stay, or do it 3 times, or do it 4 times. Every time you check in, you get a free stay. So we got our free stay. We're going to go into Typhoon Lagoon. We're going to go check it out. Come along for the ride. All right, guys. So we are here at Typhoon Lagoon's entrance. Now we're going to walk on in. So when you book your hotel stay, what'll happen on your My Disney app is you'll get actually a water park pass on your tickets and passes. So that'll come up automatically. Real quick, want to pause. Those nautical flags right above the check-in there, they actually spell out Typhoon Lagoon. We just found that out the other day. How cool is that? So we're gonna head on in and we're gonna check out everything right now. So we are good to go. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I am doing very good. Thank you. All right, so far so good. So we're in. And first thing you're gonna see is Rex from Toy Story. Now, it's not necessarily...
All hail Partysaurus Rex! Woohoo!
So, as Rex calls himself, he's Partysaurus Rex. The alligator there is their mascot. Laguna's his name, and that's him. And that's Rex, who's kind of hanging out with his tutu and his Viking hat and his hippie
Come
necklace.
on in! The party's fine!
So, obviously, this is going to be a fun time. So let's walk in and check things out real quick. Living the beach life. Here we go. So the whole concept here was this was a resort that was hit by a typhoon, Typhoon Lagoon, and that is the remaining part. The storm is over, the coast is clear, so come and see the view from here. Wait a minute, that's a teaser. Let's go take a look. Oh, okay. So guys, this is gonna show you right now really what we're working on. They got those little telescopes you can see. They got barnacles on them. But guys, that noise you hear is a wave pool about to let waves out. It is the largest wave pool in North America. And the waves it puts out are 6 feet high. And you can actually come here before the park opens for a fee and actually surf the water park. That's how big the waves get. So just really wanted you to get a shot on that look before we get in there and start walking around, but let's go check it out. So here we go. All right. So you can tell right now the theming is clearly with the crashed boat here, the boat that was on top, perilously perched up there. Like, this is really trying to drive home the point that the typhoon has come through, and that this is kind of what's left, and that's why there's so much water, is because of the typhoon.
A lot of you guys come to us. I know a couple guys that like whenever that.
First thing you come across, obviously, is shopping. Now this is the Singapore Sal's shopping, and we're gonna go find Christine. The Singapore Sal's is obviously shopping. We're not gonna go in and go through all the store, but that is just a great little shop right there. And then what they have, when you go up, let me show you this, guys, real quick. So this is actually a map of Typhoon Lagoon. It has all the times and days. Let's get to it closer here. So it's a big, big water park. Now the center obviously is that water park, that wave pool in the middle. We're gonna work our way around. We're probably gonna go to our right, check out everything around the right, then come all the way around and do a circle, so we get a chance to see everything. Again, haven't been here, so we're gonna find this out together. And as we start walking our walk here, over there they have lockers, which are great. So you can come in and bring your dry clothes, because obviously you're in a water park and you can get wet. And then here they have high and dry. Now high and dry, it looks like a bar. So they have frozen beverages, they have draft beers, they have mixed drinks. So that's right here. They actually have dressing rooms as well, so you can come in here and change. So you come in, change in your bathing suit, put your dry clothes in your locker, and then you're good to go. That, my friends, is the start of the waves. And then what they have going around here, around the entire property, is this lazy river. And we'll take a few views in that. They also have a really large beach. So besides the wave pool, they have sandy beaches, and the waves are, again, large. And so what they've done is they've kind of created these little nicks which aren't as aggressive. We'll show you that in a little bit. So there's that. So we can keep potting around here around the edge.
It's for like someone who's like.
They have like different rules, I think.
And let's cut back in here, because these are things we're going to miss if we're not careful. So as you come in, if we keep going to your right, this, from what I understand, was kind of an old fruit pressing plant. And that was the theme. And so what they have is they have slides. They go around and through. Let's go take a look. Let's come on out here and take a peek. So this is the slide area. We're going to try to get a little closer to it, but obviously the slides come from the upper top there, and they come down through a very cool network of tube. Now this is actually what appears as tube slides. So you come down on a tube from up there down through here. So let's take a peek. And this is Crush and Gusher. And let's see if we can get a little closer. Obviously we're not going on the slide today. But we'll be able to. Now this is Tropical Calamity. So that's your theme. We should have went in the out. That's all right. So I want to get this a little closer. I'm going to turn around. So here's what happens. You get your tubes here, right? And then you go up the stairs, and then you go down these really neat slides here. And that's where you come out. And here comes somebody. Wait for somebody to come out. There they go. So that's Crushing Gusher. We'll go back out to the inn. I think what really catches me kind of walking through first here is how lush this area is. Blizzard Beach was great. Really enjoyed that water park. This is just a lusher water park, a lot more like plants, and kind of has things tucked in better because of all the plants. Really kind of makes it a different experience. So we're gonna keep coming around here. Now again, we're keeping the water park to our left. Here's an additional beach area. A lot of seating, which is great. So you can come here, kind of hang out on your beach chairs and relax. And then here is actually where you can enter one of the water parks. I mean, the lazy river. And this is a line for people who want to jump on the lazy river and go do the thing. So the line here is for Adventure Falls. Wait time right now is about 30 minutes, so it's not short by any stretch. Now it is a tube ride. It's really, the signage is awesome. So let's kind of peek in here for a second. And what it really looks like is clearly that goes up that ramp, and that becomes kind of a multiple person tube slide that comes down, and everybody's kind of waiting to jump on it as we speak. There's a few of the waves. All right, we gotta go out there and check this out. And then what they do have is obviously they have cabanas. So these are cabanas you would actually rent. And just for cost, they're numbered. You get them having your own space with some shade. It looks like a refrigerator. So you can kind of come in and a little safe. Nice. If you want to lock up your belongings, you can come in here and do that. And then here's a Typhoon Tilly's Snack Shack coming right up here to our right. There's that. And you peel around. There's the Snack Shack. And this is a place where you can get Dole. They have adult bathtub sundae. So the pineapple Dole Whip, strawberry and orange Dole Whips, and the sundae for $15.99. But they do have the Mickey pretzels and the crispy sandwiches and straight Dole Whips in different flavors. You don't want in that sundae. And you keep coming around, Typhoon Tilly's, which is right next to it, actually is where you can get food. Now this is kind of your, for lack of a better word, your counter service. So they do offer, you have your fish and chip chicken, your pulled pork sandwiches, you have salads, which is really nice, some fried fish and tropical salad, and that's all right in here. And then we're gonna keep kind of pushing through here.
This one?
Check that out. That's awesome. Okay, so, and here's another spot to get a bite. Actually, it's more of a drink. I am sorry. There's another bar area. Rum runners, and they got sunset margaritas. The bar area, and off that is a really quiet, sandy area with a sub. So this is really very special back here, kind of neat. I'm going to pull back around because they actually had this section closed off for a private party. But they have the submarine back here with a bar and all the sub stuff. I mean, all the scuba diving stuff here. Okay, real quick, how often do you see shark wearing his scuba gear. Not often, only at Disney. All right, so let's get going back through. So back in this corner, obviously they have Typhoon Tilly's, they have the bar, they have the snack shop, they have that private sand area, and they have kind of more of a picnic tables. They're shaded. What I love is the fact they still have that real rustic feel with the metal, corrugated metal on top. But guys, I gotta tell you right now, that, my friends, is a much different animal. Because those tubes you see coming down are 5 stories tall. They're straight down, they're completely enclosed. And they come straight down into here. So that is really for the those who are brave. Now that's the Humunga Kawabunga. We're gonna do the mountain trail in a second, but that's that. There's an open slide, which is about just as exhilarating, but it's not closed up there as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick stroll up there so you guys get a chance to see it. But that looks intense. Okay. So now this is the other side. This is the storm slides. And really, still, the theming here is really awesome. They're open. When they're coming through now. So that's that. And that's way up here. So here's storm slides. And what's great is you still get a great view of the boat that's up at the top of that mountain. It's Miss Tilly's boat. It's her shrimp boat that got stuck up there when the typhoon came through. Has the theming on it. Let's start walking up. Now we'll take a stroll up. So this is going up towards the other slides. And I think what we're going to end up having when we get up to the top here is really an amazing view. But in Disney fashion, they make it so the walk is not just a straight walk that you see in some other water parks that we've seen, where it's just basically this really boring metal walk up and down. They take you on this journey through all these lush things, stairs up and down. So if you want to get your steps in, Typhoon Lagoon is a great spot. Sprayer, sprays your ankles. There's a great shot of Miss Tilly's shrimp boat right there. We're gonna keep going. What's really neat is Disney puts these sprayers here because it's not a cool day by any stretch, but it's not as hot as it's been. So it's a way for you to get some fresh water to cool yourself off. So we've caught up to the line. And this is where they launch from. And this is a fantastic shot on the Tilly's boat. But here's where they launch from. And they go down. And they go through all those turns, and they end up down in that pool's bottom. And the reason we came up here was for that view. Now at the very top there, right past that line where those people in the blue umbrella is, that's the straight drop. Now there's a separate stairwell to get up there, but people are going in now and they go, it's 6 feet, 45-degree angle, 5 stories straight into the water. Not for the faint of heart. And then here is probably our best shot of Miss Tilly's boat. And now guys, we're gonna head ourselves back down. We'll start walking our way back down. We'll see you guys at the bottom. All right guys, so we're back down on terra firma on the ground. We're just way up there where that boat is. And we're on our way back down. This is a great shot right here of the lazy river. Oh, let me get this for you guys. So that's the lazy river. Obviously, you're just creeping along down. It's a beautiful breezy day today. Great day to be out on the water, but just kind of hop on. There's multiple spots throughout this lazy river to get on and get off. Jump on these little rafts and away you go. There's another little beach area near the wave pool that you can come sit. What I really am impressed with, what I'm really impressed so far is the fact that they have so much seating. And it's funny to say it that way, but a lot of times in these places you just don't have a place to sit. So we talked a little bit about this. We talked about the big waves and all that, but they had other areas. So that's where the waves come from. Now the idea here is, you can see it, it's great. If you guys think Rapunzel when the dam broke, it has that Rapunzel vibe to it. So they're making it look as if it's about to break free any minute now. This is where the waves start from. Underneath the water, they create these machines that push the water down and forces the 6-foot wave. And then it comes out to all those eagerly waiting people. Now, in the back to the right and left, there actually are spots where the little ones can go if they don't want to get hit by these big waves. Well, we're waiting for that wave right now, and that's what everybody's kind of waiting to ride. Like I said, this is where people actually go surfing. We're going to keep wandering on, and when we see the wave come, we'll pop over and get some video on it, guys. Well, here we go. Wow. Okay, that's all I gotta say. That is the largest wave pool in North America. And I just heard the mechanism inside that push down that and make that go. So here's actually just some of the pool area that they really dressed up. Make it look like boat works. It's just great. So we're gonna keep walking because we're on a trail. It looks like there's a suspension bridge. Huh. We may have to find a way up there. But right now we'll take the path down. So we're walking right next to, kind of going against the grain on the lazy river. And we're on the other side actually of that wave pool. That's that wall. Oh man, I love how Disney does things. And we're actually going to be now going into a cave section that cuts through.
Yeah, that's made perfect.
And now when we pop out here, guys, we're actually on the other side of the wave pool. We're kind of going around the turn. We got on the other side. That's awesome. So guys, we're actually gonna, now this is Gangplank Falls. Now if I remember correctly, Gangplank Falls is a family raft one. Probably that Mickey raft is part of it. Let's head up this way. Here's why. I think I'm gonna get a great view of the wave pool from up here. You continue to just get great views of the park. And guys, we've gone through about half of the park. The rest of the park is over there and we'll be going there next. And then we're really up here to Gangplank. This is where the line is. So we're gonna turn back around real quick. And I think this is actually a different path. So we're gonna we're gonna go up the path. All right, so we're up on a path that really gives you a great view of it. So listen, so Gangplank, those are the family rafts. That's Langen, and there's the big tube you start on, and you come down into the water, and then you go down. But here is a fantastic shot of the shrimp boat. We're going to cross that suspension bridge we saw, and it has a bounce to it. Awesome. There goes the water. And so this goes up to an overlook. We're gonna go check it out. And then there is a mountain trail that goes back to where we were. We're not gonna do that per se. We're gonna keep going around, but I wanted to show you this outlook. I have a strange feeling it's pretty amazing. They're playing Jimmy Buffett, so they can't be that bad. And there's the boat. And here, my friends, is the overlook. So we came across that bridge. There's that wall behind, just past that wall, obviously, is the wave pool. We're about as high as we're gonna get. So we're gonna shoot back down now, because there's more park to see, if you can imagine. Okay. On a different day and a different vlog, we may just take that trail and just do the trail, but today we'll show you this water park the best we can. Now here again is the water park, I mean the lazy river. We're gonna keep bouncing our way across. Here we go. Wait on, you're gonna see the water come through. And there goes your wave. Wow. Alright. And made that walk is worth it. Alright, so let's keep going. So the sound you heard, that whoosh, right before you saw the wave, that actually isn't a warning bell or anything. It actually is the mechanism that creates the 6-foot wave. It pushes the water down and forces that wave up. It's kind of crazy. All right. Now we're back off Gangplank Falls, which is really that family raft ride. We're gonna go over to Key Hall Falls, and there's Mayday Falls, all on this side. Now the real good thing is, a real quick point to make, is that because they have both water parks open now, and it's the first time in 6 years they've ever done that, and it's gonna be that way till September to have both parks. It's okay. So sorry, keep trying to orient myself. So the falls rafts come up here, and this is kind of where you come out, right? We'll go back down this way. But so because both water parks are open now for the summer, it is keeping the crowd levels down in each park. Now this is the kiddie area. Catch a Kitty Creek. All right, so Catch Kitty Creek basically is for the littlest of little ones. Super cute. So they got a little splash area with bubblers and slides and sand. With their own baby lazy river they can walk through. And here they have all this stuff, and they still keep that industrial feel. I'm walking through it, so I can tell you the pavement is soft, which is really great for the kids, so they fall, they're not going to get hurt. Let's get a little height to show you guys. So that's the kid area. Really a neat spot. So we're gonna pull back around here and keep going. So there's where all the slides are where we just were. So basically we've come about 2/3 of the way down. There's another beach area, and there's one of those, remember those, we talk about those areas where you can kind of come and get away from the waves? It's right there. Now what they have here, which I gotta show you, is even in the wave pool, what they created is some kid-friendly areas. Now the 6-foot wave, obviously, you're not gonna have a little guy get into that. So Disney being what Disney is, which is outstanding. This is Blustery Bay. They have a little kid slide. That's where those little guys are going. That's where that lifeguard is. And the slide's down in this little small cutout area from the big wave pool. It's just really done well. We're gonna stay down here. We're gonna take a peek at this. But let's be honest, guys. At the end of the day, Typhoon Lagoon is about all the water rides, but when it's said and done, that wave pool is what draws people here. So now I am in sneakers, but for Florida Parks After Dark, I'm gonna take a walk out here a little bit. All right, so here's a great perspective. So you're in Typhoon Lagoon. This is the lagoon. Current here, they already have warnings that currents are strong. And my feet are about to get wet. Okay, real quick. My feet have gotten very wet. Okay, so we're back here waiting for the first wave to come through. Let's get a good shot on it. And our toes are already stopping wet. Let's take a look at this. All right, so now you saw this before when we were up around there. So we're here at Typhoon Lagoon. We're at the lagoon. We're waiting for that wave to come. Zoom in a tiny bit so we get a chance to get a real good view on it. And this is where my wife will tell me I should wear flip-flops today. So I'm standing here about 50. There we go. Tell you guys all the way to where I'm standing, that water came to us, of course. Now what Disney does, what Disney always does, is make sure it's safe. At the very front where that wave starts, it's 6 feet, it's aggressive, it's hard, you know you can get in it if you're strong enough, old enough, big enough. As it moves down, they change the slope of the area in there so the wave dissipates. It gets smaller and smaller pretty quickly. And so you're not, if you're just a little bit closer to the end, the wave gets smaller and less intense. And you're less likely really just to get crushed. But that was awesome. We're gonna traipse through all the water because why can't we? So here is the boardroom where they have the clock. This is about time to sail. And Laguna Gator, that is their mascot. He has a mailbox here. Right here. That's Laguna Gator's mailbox. And we're gonna keep walking back up now. Now we're getting away from the
It's 4:33.
lagoon. And there goes the waves again, as you can hear by the squeals. Alright, so now we're crossing back over the lazy river. And there's another Erie right here. So this is the Leaning Palms. Why the Leaning Palms? Well, because that thing has gotten hit by the typhoon, quote unquote, and it's leaning. So what they have here is a really kind of step up. You got chicken and rice bowl, chicken and shrimp rice bowl. You got a pork dish taco. You got pork nachos, barbecue chicken flatbreads, tropical salad chicken. I mean, so this is a step above the counter service you saw earlier. Solid. What I also love that Disney does, Disney gets it. They get the fact that it is hot, and you're gonna need to actually have some water in a day like this. And at some point, I'll make sure I get mine. As a white bird says hi to us. So we'll keep going across this bridge here as we work our way back through. Here's a neat shot. Here's a neat view for you guys right here. And here comes that wave. Okay. And now, guys, we have gone full circle. We're all the way back to the very beginning. We're back to that boat we just passed, which is right there when we first came in. Singapore Sal's gift shops there. We saw that when we came in. Guys, this is Typhoon Lagoon. I have to tell you, this being my first time at this park, this water park, and this being a free ticket, just pause and think about that. You stay at a Disney resort, get a free ticket here. This is an amazing water park. It is probably twice the size of Blizzard Beach. It's very immersive. They've really done a great job on theming. Like I talked about the foliage and how lush it is here. You kind of walk down these paths and there's shade because of that, which on Florida days, that's incredible. Just really blown away by this. So guys, this is Typhoon Lagoon, and I have to tell you, I'm very, very impressed. So with that being said, we're gonna work our way through. Let's go back to the ice cream dot place. And we get ourselves over to Singapore Sal's. This is George Florida Parks After Dark. Listen, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to show you those things that maybe not everybody shows you. We'll try to show you everything that you can do when you're here at Disney and how to save a couple bucks. This is free, 1 day check-in. If you split your stay, you can get this twice or go to Blizzard Beach for the other one. It's a way to kind of get this to maximize your Disney dollar, and that's what we're all about. So, you guys take care, have a fantastic day. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.
Partysaurus Rex is glad to see you.